What's up? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. This is Dennis Spurling. Yeah. We about to have a good one, man. And the story carries on, man. We're going to talk about these lovely ladies who are overseas, man. getting a wake-up call, man. Big shout-out to everybody who came through this afternoon and checked out Co-Parenting with the Spurlings, episode 3. It is pinned to the top of this chat room. So I want y'all to make sure y'all click on that so we can get the likes up. What are we doing? We're taking back Thursdays, fellas. We're making black folks look good. You understand? Because we got all these ratchet people out here, all these smart mouths, all these loud mouths out here making us look bad. What you saw tonight, I mean, I'm going to tell you something. Honestly, looking at episode 3, it made me cringe like, it's a lot of information I'm putting out there, but it's real, man. It's real. I'm letting y'all know how it really is. You know, we go from lovey-dovey, I'm having a new baby, to, I think I'm going to have to file the papers on this woman, man. She trying to get me for the child support. It's a mess. Co-Parenting with the Spurlings, episode 3 is a hot mess. Anybody who likes to look at hot mess, some of y'all going to be like, oh, my God, I can't even. It's going to trigger you. I'm just going to be honest with you. Some of y'all going to be triggered. Some of y'all who saw it was triggered. But y'all make sure y'all check out Co-Parenting with the Spurlings, episode 3 is pinned to the top. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and do this, man. Big shout out to Mr. 43TX. Thank you for the $19.99. The Quiet Storm, thank you for $20. Support Black Male Media. Appreciate you. Kate Willard, thank you for your books. Hey, received them last week. The icicles are hitting these women hard, brother. Thank you for all you have done for us, black men, man. I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep fighting a good fight for my brothers, man. I'm doing it for myself and my sons. David Dicey said, big up, Uncle D, these lovely ladies again. While on the flight, a lady on the plane, black woman who acted out and decided to piss in the corner of the plane before takeoff, recorded to show the airport. Come on, man. Y'all, these lovely ladies are doing too much, man. They showing the whole world what we've been dealing with. You good women, y'all better separate yourself from these degenerates. You better separate yourself from these thoughts and degenerates. You good black women, decent, hardworking, law-abiding black women. You got to separate yourself from these degenerates. Don't get caught up. The sisterhood is dead. They're going to take you down with them. Okay, Willard, how can she have such detailed story if she's running for her life? Right. Interesting, right? We're going to break all that down. Jamal Smith, the lovely ladies are going to find out the hard way that foreigners, women, and animals don't have the same rights like they do. They sure don't. They're going to learn a lesson. They're going to learn a hard lesson. It ain't going to be easy, man. Appreciate everybody, man. So, look, here's the thing. In case you didn't know, another lovely lady overseas, another one of our lovely, beautiful, fantastic African-American sisters decided to overplay her hand whilst abroad. This time, this is the, she decided to get that smart mouth overseas with one of those Eastern European men, a Bulgarian man. And she got that work. As you heard, she got spit upon, she got tased, she got chased, she got all around smacked up. And the lesson here is, what we see happening here is these passport broads failing left and right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little time to analyze what was said. But first of all, we got to do what we got to do. Y'all make sure y'all do what's supposed to happen. Here we go.
Oh, if she got her nipples pierced, got ass from here to here, then you know that she's a hoe. If she's on Instagram, her bio is an OnlyFans, she's out there selling that thing. See, I know you gon' trip finding out that your chick in Vegas drunk on the strip with no panties on. I know that you gon' say that your chick ain't that way. Miami, DR, Dubai, but you didn't go. Nigga, she's a hoe, hoe, hoe. And I think it's time, you know. Nigga, she's a hoe, hoe, hoe. And I think it's time, you know.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast. So make a long story short, let's go ahead and take a look at this video.
Be a black woman living in Bulgaria. I was just almost murdered in front of
All right, first of all, family, understand that Bulgaria is in Eastern Europe. It's over there with Ukraine. It's over there with Czechoslovakia. This is not Great Britain. This is not the West. This is not considered the West. It's Europe, but it's Eastern Europe. It's a lot different. It's a different vibe. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Okay. So just by the Black Sea, it's near Russia. All right. This is where Bulgaria is.
300 people running for my life on the train, and nobody helped me, all because I was black. My voice is gone right now because I've been screaming at the top of my lungs for somebody to do something and help me while I was being chased with tasers and sticks. This is what happened. So try to stay and watch for as long as you can so you can hear the truth of things that they're not going to tell you. When I got on the train, the conductor told me that I couldn't sit in my assigned seat and that I had to stand in the back of the train for 6 hours.
Now you see that big ass German Shepherd. This is not a little dog we talking about. This young lady got on the train, okay, with this big German Shepherd, okay, this big stinking ass dog, okay. And I know we got some dog lovers in here, but everybody don't like your dog like you do. I don't like it when they get on the planes with these dogs and people have these emotion dogs and I don't know what they call them, but when I grew up, we didn't have dogs on the plane, okay? But some kind of way, right? Some kind of way we got a softer, gentler nation and people need their little dog with them on the airplane. So this is a big ass dog. This ain't no little dog. It's a big ass dog. Let's keep that in mind, okay? And she got on the plane and she got on the train and the conductor said, look, you might have bought a seat for yourself and your dog, but this train is for human beings, okay? You are going to have to go to the back of the train and stand for the whole 6 hours. Why? Because we don't want you in our little cabin cars where people are trying to sleep and eat their food and you got your damn German Shepherd dog with you. I don't care how cute you think it is, your dog is got hot dog breath and fur, okay? And it's hot as hell on this damn train, okay? We don't want no stinking dog on the train with us. Maybe you'll learn next time. Let's keep listening. So that's a little bit of information that was overlooked.
With my dog, although I purchased tickets for both of us. After that, a gay guy invited me into his cabin with him and his friends. We go in to sit down, and immediately a Bulgarian man starts screaming at me.
Okay, so here's the thing you got to understand. She was instructed to go to the back of the train. What did she do? She went into somebody else's cabin, a gay dude, LGBT dude, with her dog. Okay. Now, one thing you need to understand, they don't necessarily like gay people or dogs in Bulgaria. This is not Atlanta. You understand what I'm saying? Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You didn't go to the back of the train as instructed. No, you went and sat in somebody's cabin. Okay, come on in here with us, girl. You went on up in there and you sat up in there, even though you was instructed to do otherwise. So you already breaking the rules. Let's keep listening.
Why the are you in here? Take the fuck up to the back. Are you mad? Are you dumb? So after a few minutes of ignoring him, I turn to him and I say, look, I get it. You're frustrated. You can't sit in the seats that you bought, and I can't sit in my assigned seats either. I get it. We're frustrated, but I don't communicate like that. So if you're going to talk to me, all of that getting aggressive and cursing and screaming, it goes out of the window. I disregard what you're trying to say.
Get your damn dog and go to the back. I've been living here my whole life. These are the rules that we have here. You're not supposed to sit up here. We don't want to sit next to your dog, okay? Some of us are Muslim. We don't even believe in living in a house with dogs. You got a dog on the train. take your ass to the back with your German Shepherd. This is not a poodle we talking about. This is not some kind of toy dog. This is a big ass police dog. Okay, this is a big ass police dog up in here with us. Okay, take your ass to the back. What are you trying to do, sir? Look, did she have that tone or not? I don't know. I don't know what kind of tone she had. But you know, she sounds pretty calm here, but I don't know. Okay, she might have got triggered, and I don't know what happened, but this escalated quickly. Let's listen.
Hey, he tells me I'm a real fucking Bulgarian man. Do you know who the fuck I am?
So he got hit with the N-word. Okay, he said I'm a real effing Bulgarian man. That right there should have told you to shut up. You shouldn't be arguing with grown men in the United States. But you lovely ladies have gotten in the bad habit of thinking you can yell at grown men because black men typically just be like, all right, then they let you have it. But now you in a foreign country, and if you find yourself arguing with a grown man in public and he's a stranger, you might need to just go ahead and shut up and bow down, especially if you overseas and he start hitting you with the N-word and he's a white dude and you on a train full of white folks in their country. You have no backup. You are a long way from the hood, okay? Ain't none of your cousins, Pookie, Ray, ain't none of them around there. You on your own. Let's keep listening. She about to Vladimir Klitschko. He's about to Vladimir Klitschko, old girl, right quick. Let's listen.
And I say, yeah, well, is teaching your Bulgarian students. He says, I don't like I'm a real Bulgarian man. Something fucking happened to you.
So she's a school teacher over in Bulgaria, and now what? Keep in mind, this is like a crime-ridden area. You are between Greece and Turkey. That's what Bulgaria is. Okay, you over there with the mafia, and he telling you about to come up missing, and you still back talking this dude. You need to take your dog and you need to go ahead and walk to the back of the train like it was 1942 in the United States. Okay, you decided to take yourself over to Bulgaria and teach them kids English. That's what you decided to do, and you put yourself in the situation. Look, keep listening.
You'll fucking die one of these days. And the people who were in the cabin with me, they get up and leave, except for the gay guy. They look to the gay guy and they say, good luck with that.
Do you hear what that happened? So there's other people in the cabin, right? And they leave. That should have let you know something, sweetheart. Everybody else leave and they look at the gay dude and be like, look, good luck with that. You in there with the most effeminate man on the train. And you got this angry alpha male yelling at you, telling you this is his country. You ain't from here. And you still back talking. You ain't learned. Somebody type back talk in the chat room. Somebody type smart mouth in the chat room. Go ahead. Back talk in the chat room. Smart mouth in the chat room. Keep listening.
So I tell him, look, I'm not going to keep arguing with you. As long as you don't touch me or mine, we won't have a problem. He stands up and he goes into his book bag and he grabs his taser and he starts to. So
we taking her at her word that she was calm and deliberate in her tone. Okay. But she still had to have the last word. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Blah, 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 blah. You should have just shut up. Just shut your mouth. Just be quiet. You in a strange land. You arguing with a strange man. You are in a no-win situation, lil' boo. Okay? Smart mouth. Back talk. That's what I hear.
He starts to zap it. So I get up because at this point I'm getting scared. I get up, I leave out of the cabin and I grab my dog. And I'm doing this to create some distance and de-escalate. But at the same time, I'm thinking something is about to happen. Pay attention and don't freeze. So he follows me out of the cabin and he tells me, he keeps continuing, bitch, and somebody's going to handle you one day. He then chucks spit at me, spitting on my forehead.
Okay. So what she's saying is she decided to finally, she got scared. She realized, Ain't nobody coming to save me. This is not America. Ain't no white knights around here, no simps. Let me get my little dog and go and walk to the end of the train. Old buddy starts following her. Now, here's my thing. If you're walking away from him, getting away from him as fast as you can, how are you still turned around for him to spit on you and it land all up in your face? That means you had to be facing him, apparently, or you was looking at him sideways. Were you looking at him or were you still talking? You got an angry man in your face. You just supposed to shut up. First of all, you were supposed to walk yourself to the back of that train in the first place. That's what you should have did. You should have did what the conductor said do instead of thinking you can break the rules at will because, you know, you the queen mother goddess. It didn't work out well. Let's keep listening.
Eyelids and my cheeks. So I grabbed my mace and I pepper spray him. I grabbed my dog and I turned around and I started running.
So you had your mace in your hand. That's what it was. You had your mace in your hand and you pepper sprayed him because you was probably threatening to pepper spray him and he spit on you. That's what happened. You was already ready and he spit on you. Now, did he really spit on you or was he in your face talking loud and spit was flying out of his mouth? I don't know. I'm just taking that word. But you got a big ass German Shepherd on the damn train with you. Let's start with that. She needed a pit bull.
Running and I'm screaming, running through the aisles of the train saying, help. This man is trying to tase me, he's trying to kill me. The gay guy catches up to me and he says, I'm sorry, I don't know.
I want y'all pay attention.
Do I grab your bags? Do I follow you? What do I do? And I say, I know standing up to racism is hard. Thank you for saying.
I know standing up to racism, baby, that wasn't racism. You stepped in that man's face. First of all, you violated the rules. You got checked on violating the rules. And then you stood up in that man's face. You're a woman in a country where men don't take crap from women. That wasn't about racism. That's about you disrespecting a man in his country. And you so used to disrespecting men in this country, you think you can export that idea, but it doesn't work over there. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Those Eastern European countries are very well known for racism, okay? They are known for that. But this right here, this could have been avoided if you had just took yourself to the back like you were supposed to do. Let's keep listening. The dog didn't say nothing. Y'all notice how the dog didn't say a word? He wasn't
Saving my life.
That.
Stay with me as long as you can. And I keep running. And I start to call everybody that I know in Bulgaria. I made 5 calls. Nobody answered. So I then called 112, the police. And I'm telling them, hey, I'm on a moving train from Sofia to Veliko Turnbull. And the man's chasing me. He just spit on me. He's trying to tase me. They say, what do you want us to do? And they hang up because I can't speak Bulgarian.
You know, the police hung up. So let's play. Utah, what she call it, 121. This ain't 911. The police, what? You did what? He spit. And that's not a crime. You're going to take that whooping, boo. That's what's going to happen to you. I'm on the train. What you want us to do about it? Can you imagine that happening in the United States? These women called 911 and the police said, well, what you want us to do about it? It's not illegal to beat up, slap a chick around in this country. Y'all will have a fit. You know what I'm saying? That's what you would do. You would have a fit because y'all so used to using the police as an attack force, as a response team to win arguments when you in the wrong, and now you're in a situation where they ain't coming, and you just running, and ain't nobody helping you. Listen to this.
So now I'm still running, and I'm running into people's cabins. I run to a cabin full of men, hoping that they're not going to let this man get to me. And they push me out of the cabin back into.
I run to a cabin full of men looking for a white knight or a simp to save me. And they push my ass. Me and my dog get pushed back out into the highway. You understand what I'm saying? That's what she just said. Okay. That's what they are not there. There ain't no capes out on this train. This is what's happening to her. Let's keep listening.
The hallway. So I run into the cabin with the women, hoping I can hide behind them, and they push me back out, back into the hallway.
So you run into a cabin full of Bulgarian women, and you like the sisterhood, you pull out your sisterhood card, and they like, save me, this man is trying to do something to me and my dog, and they push your butt back out into the hallway. So ain't no simps, no white knights, and the sisterhood, the sisterhood union is not transferable over there. Look at you. Had you known that before and known that the police wasn't going to save you, the men weren't going to save you, and the women were going, you probably would have shut up. Because a lot of you women are so used to being able to get away with popping off because I'm going to call the police. And under no circumstances should a man hit a woman under no circumstances. Yeah, all that. That don't fly over there. So you got you got too many tiers of protection in the United States, and you thought all that was transferable. It's not. They whip up on chicks over there. That's why those women are so cooperative and feminine, and they're easy to get along with. You made a mistake, LaBoo. You made a mistake. Mm-hmm.
So I call the only number that I have from the embassy, which happens to be somebody's personal number, and I text and say, emergency answer. I call and he says, Ariel, what's going on? Are you okay? I say, I'm on the train from Sofia to Velico Turnerville. A man is chasing me with the taser. He's trying to kill me. He says, I'm going to make some calls and I'm going to call you back. Try to stay safe. Is that all right? I said, yes, thank you. And I'm still running, trying to get through all of these doors. And I'm bruising my knuckles trying to get through these train doors. And I called my mom and I said, Mom, I'm on the train and this man just spit on me. He called me in. He's chasing me. I don't know what's going to happen, but I love you.
You call your mama. Where's your daddy? Why you didn't call your daddy? Why she didn't call her daddy, y'all? Tell me why you call your mama. That's who you call. You called your mama, boo. Where's your daddy at? That's what I want to know. Where's your daddy? You call your mama. Okay, your mama can't help you now.
She tells me, stay calm, pay attention, and don't cry. I said, okay, I'll call you when it's safe. I hang up and I'm running. I'm still running. And out of all the 300 people on the train, nobody is still doing anything. Nobody's bending an eye. The people that look up, they're only looking up in disgust.
They are looking up in disgust at you. You don't even know where you are. You see what I'm saying? They're looking up at disgust at you. You're a foreigner. You over here. You got a dog with you. It's all a problem. You ain't getting no help, but you decided to go over there. That was you. So
I finally get to barricade myself in one of these cabins, and people are still pushing me out, but this time I'm not moving because the two men who are now chasing me, because at first it was one. He's been running through this train saying, you gypsy, you. So now he inspires another racist to grab a military grade baton and join in. Now both of them are standing in front of my door. The gay guy's telling me to come out. I'm saying I'm not coming out until they move. It's not safe. And then he ends up getting them to go into another compartment. I'm running all the way back. And then he tells me, I run all the way back to the last train. The gay guy comes and tells me, the people on the train called the police on you for macing him. The police are going to be waiting on you at the next stop. You got to get off and you got to go with them.
So you hear that? I want you to understand something. So she's saying that he spit on her. Okay? But there's no mention of that in this police report. None of the witnesses are saying that. She's saying he spit on her. I'm thinking maybe he just was speaking real loud and some spit flew out of his mouth, and then you just up and decide to mace him and run like you was going to get some help and pretend like, I was in fear for my life. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep listening.
And I say, okay. So the police get there. It's about 8 police, everybody on the train who didn't want to help. They're now getting off of the train to come and watch the spectacle. The police are only comforting the men who just chased me. And it wasn't until...
Look at that. Look at the dudes chasing you. You understand what I'm saying? You over there by yourself with all them white folks. And you and your dog.
So the embassy called and spoke to the police and insisted that they take my witnesses' information and statements, that they did so. In the end, the police let the guys get back onto the train.
Let them back on the train. So what does that say? That says that they probably thought you were guilty, ma'am. You loud mouthing. You sprayed this man with mace. Okay. You say you got spit on, but nobody sees that apparently. So who are we supposed to believe? Now in America, of course, we believe you because, right, somebody type believe all women in the chat room. Somebody type believe her in the chat room. We supposed to always believe women. Been over there, they didn't believe you. Okay? They didn't believe you in Bulgaria. Let's keep listening.
And they make me go to the police station. I'm going to get into the car, but the police tell me, no, you have to walk to the police station from the train station because they don't want me and my dog in their car.
They don't want you and your dog in their police car. Just like they did not want you and your dog in the train station. All this could have been avoided if you left your dog at home. Okay? All of this could have been avoided. Or at least listen to the people's rules about the dog.
So now I'm starting to think that this nightmare is over and the embassy is calling me and they're asking me what do I need, and I'm saying, okay, just make sure I get to the police station because these people here don't care about me. Call me again in 30 to make sure I made it. I get to the police station and I'm thinking it's over, but no, it's not, because the police tell me they don't want me in the police station. Go stand outside in the backyard as it starts to rain. So I'm waiting at the police station for 3 hours, waiting on somebody from Fulbright to come and get me. And when they finally get there, they're showing me that the police didn't actually write down my statement. They
ain't believe you, boo. That's why they didn't write it down. The witnesses didn't cooperate with what you said. They didn't believe
down things to fit the guy's narrative who was just chasing me. And they forced them to change it to tell the actual truth. And to be clear, it wasn't until the U.S. Embassy called their chief of police that they finally offered me a cup of water.
Look at that big ass. She on the dog hot and tired and thirsty. You on the train with a German Shepherd. This is not a little teacup. This is not a little small dog. Don't nobody want to sit next to you and your dog. At least follow the rules. Well, I'm just saying.
And the hours that I was waiting at the police station to be picked up. So now I'm living in a hotel waiting to return to the United States.
You can't go back to your little place where you were living. You in a hotel. They putting you out the country. That's what they doing.
America.
And you lucky they didn't put you in jail because what you did was considered assault over there.
So yesterday I went into the school that I taught at to tell my kids goodbye.
She out there snitching, telling the kids goodbye and what happened to me, racism. Listen what the kids say.
But I told them exactly why I was leaving, and I didn't leave out a detail. While some of the teachers started to deny that this was a racially motivated incident.
They know that that's because you a woman and you stood up to a man and you got in that man's face. Those women know that because they know their culture and they know their men. You should have backed down. But listen to the kids.
The saddest part of all of this was that my kids started to cry and say, we always feared that something like this would happen to you.
And why is that? Because we've been watching you for months now, and we know that you are a loudmouth, and it was bound to happen. That's basically why them kids felt that way. Nevertheless, we're going to be right back, and we're going to do what we do here. Yeah. Welcome back. Let me say this again, and I can't say this enough. All you good black women, you decent, respectful black women, you need to separate yourself from these loudmouth, degenerate women because they're going to drag you all the way down. You see what's happening? I told you guys the other day, you know why this is happening now? You know why the world is beginning to have a low tolerance for black American women? because your reputation precedes you. They've been watching you now. They've been watching you on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube, and they see how you get down. And that's why you have all of a sudden, what is this? What are they, 0-6 for the week? Huh? Are they 0-6? Somebody type 0-6 in the chat room. I can't get to the other stuff I want to get to because this foolishness keeps popping up. It's just irresistible. You got another passport broad failing, another Black American woman failing. You back talking to some Bulgarian man, he spit on you and chase you down. And then the police detain you. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you got another Black American woman who gets that work overseas for back talking. Didn't we just see this happen in Dubai? See, our lovely ladies have allowed these degenerate hoes to ruin their reputation worldwide. And the world has learned about you and will not tolerate your behavior. Look at the headlines. They twerking in Ghana at the door of no return. You got this lady over in the UAE, right? Back talking some dude about a rent-a-car. Okay, then you had the issue that happened in Italy. And now look, Bulgaria. Black America, do you understand men in other countries will put hands on you? And there's nothing you can do about it. Even in the UK, some men will put hands on women who run their mouth. So you Black American women, you can no longer say that black men hate her. You can't say that no more. You can't say it's just black men that hate you. And that's why we talk about your attitudes. No, baby, that's not it. Y'all's disposition is recognized worldwide. Black American women are out of line, and black men have been trying to tell you for a long time. You see what I'm saying? You let this feminism thing gas you up, right? That's what happened. And now you got the same women who gas you up, these white American feminists, gas you up, and now look. Now you over there thinking you can flex and can't. You understand what I mean? Nevertheless, I got a special guest, a young woman from Bulgaria, and we're going to bring her in here for a minute. I want to let her come on in, get ready to come on in. Ma'am, hold on. Ma'am, welcome to the broadcast, ma'am. Y'all give a hand to Mariana. Thank you so much. Straight from Bulgaria. It's like 6 in the morning over there, baby. Welcome. So you heard about this incident. You've heard about this incident. Tell us a little bit about, I mean, here's the thing. There's 4 military bases over there in Bulgaria. Y'all see black dudes and black women there all the time, don't you? Black women, you see that. In this instance, tell us what, as a woman, if you had a Bulgarian man tell you to take you and your dog, go to the back of the train, would you stand there and argue with him?
No, and actually, that's one of the first things that my father taught me here in Bulgaria, that you should think how to speak to men, because you have to be ready to take the repercussions.
The repercussions. Y'all type repercussions in the chat room. But what would the repercussions be if you stood in some man's face in Bulgaria and told him what you ain't gonna do? What would happen then to you, ma'am?
Yeah, I don't think this is. I think it's a little bit embellished. People here are not just going to hit you like that, but you don't always know what's up with this person's mind. For example, he can be on drugs. He can be very tired or irritated for some reason. He could even be crazy or homeless. So you can just assume that everybody would be friendly towards you, and so maybe she taught him something, because I don't think a person that is riding on a train just would single you out because you're riding in a cabin with your dog and he's not. He's with the rest of the people. One thing that I read in the report was that he was going. He gave his story to the police and went back on the train because he was in a hurry to catch a doctor's appointment. So it's a little bit strange that you would take a 6-hour ride to a doctor's appointment and risk missing it just to be a racist on the train. Maybe she provoked him in some way. And the other thing I wanted to mention is She said that she was sent at the back of the train, like Rosa Parks, because it was too crowded.
You said like Rosa Parks. Okay, I get it. You know your Black American history. Go ahead. Let's hear it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so she said it was because it was crowded and supposedly she was Black. But actually, these are the rules for the train company. If you're traveling with a large dog, you have to be on the back of the train with your dog, and the dog must have a muzzle on. And so I don't think that was to offend her.
Right.
She should have just go at the back of the train
and
mind her business.
And just for everybody, we are not talking about a little small teacup dog that you can fit in your purse. We are talking about a German Shepherd. We are talking about a police dog. We're talking about a military dog, a German Shepherd, a big furry. I don't like dogs when I'm on the plane. People bring their little comfort dogs with them on the plane. I don't even want to ride in the car with a dog. And I got to sit in the car I got to sit in the train for 6 hours with a dog. You see what I'm saying? And everybody knows the rules are you got to go to the back. So it's not like everybody else on the train knows what the rules are. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. And also for the small dogs or medium dogs, you are allowed to have them in the cabin, but everybody else must be okay with that. If they are not, you still have to go out.
Okay, so the minute he told her to go to the back of the train, he voiced that he was not okay with it, and she should have left and went to the back of the train. Is that your thoughts? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that this is what started everything, and maybe then she said something.
We can only go by what she said. I know you have the police report over there, but here's the thing. And a lot of American women, they got a lot of mouth. And my lovely ladies, the lovely Black American ladies, I'm sure, I don't know if you know any, but they are notoriously known for being strong, independent, don't need a man. And then they got this they got that. The head, yeah. So how is that going to go over dealing with real Bulgarian men? How will real Bulgarian men deal with women who like to do this and this all in their face?
Not very well.
Somebody type not very well in the chat room. Somebody type repercussions in the chat room. Okay. Please explain what that means, not very well.
We're post-communist country and people here are still very traditional. So you can just talk any other way. In the bigger cities, it's better because we have a lot of foreigners here. But if you go in a smaller city like Veliko Trnovo, you should really try to keep a low profile.
Yes, I agree. It just let me know. Look. Have you heard about maybe a little bit about the reputation that Black people have in the United? I'm not just talking about Black women, Black men. Yeah, what's up, yo, son? I know the rappers, and you probably see it on TV. I know you probably heard about Black men. I'm probably the only Black lawyer, Black attorney that you've ever talked to from the United States.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you probably thought all of us walking around with baseball caps talking about, yo, son, yo, word is bond, son, and rapping and singing rap songs. But my question is, have you heard about the reputation of Black people, Black men and Black women? If so, what have you heard? You be honest, okay? Because we already know what you heard because we know what they put out there. So what have you heard? Please be honest, please.
Well, yeah, we've heard a lot of things because of YouTube and internet as a whole.
YouTube and somebody type YouTube and internet. She been watching YouTube and the internet. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
So, for example, I've heard the last two stories for the girl the truck driver that was in Dubai.
In Dubai, she heard about the lady popping off at the mouth in Dubai. Go ahead. Let's hear it. Go ahead.
And the other lady that tried to sneak food inside the hotel. So everything you are discussing here were preview, most likely.
So you heard that? The lady that tried to sneak the food in the hotel in Italy? She heard about that too. And do you know what color those women were, if you recall?
Yeah.
Little black?
Yeah.
So
Melanin, yeah.
They were melanin. Yes, they were melanated. Praise God. Praise God. And so, and here's the thing, and I'm sure you've also seen that Black American women have the reputation of talking a lot, right?
Yeah. Interestingly, I've seen only Black women do this.
You've seen only Black women. Somebody say only Black women do that. So what I'm trying to explain to African American women is that everybody is watching you and your behavior on YouTube. They're watching you on TikTok. And even though you may be able to behave that way in the United States, you're not going to be able to behave that way in Bulgaria. That's what in other places like that. You cannot do what's culturally normal here in the United States. Do you want what we have for you all? Do you want Bulgaria to be like the West? Do you want what we rainbow flags everywhere and little kids being transgender? You don't want that over there, do you? That's not something y'all want.
No, and actually, we are looking this with a huge side eye.
Oh my God! Somebody type side eye in the chat room. They're over in Bulgaria looking at us in the United States saying, "Oh hell no, we don't want none of that." And so when you see, okay, and if you see it, then you see the men in Bulgaria see it, right? Would they accept that sort of behavior from Bulgarian women?
Oh no, not at all.
Tell us honestly, what would happen if a Bulgarian woman in public, if she was in public and she began to scream and yell at a Bulgarian man in public and threaten him? What would happen?
It depends on the man, but if it's the right man.
The right one. Maybe. Somebody type the right one. Go ahead, type the right one in the chat room. Go ahead. Let's hear it. Go ahead, baby.
You could probably get hit. And it's likely that people won't help you because most people are afraid what could happen to them. So they try to stay away. Maybe they would call the police, but other than that, I don't think.
And what happens if you call the police because you picked a fight with some dude and the dude is beating you up? What happens if you call the police? You the woman, you didn't pick the fight with this man and you call him, but what happens then?
The police will probably come and take you and take your story, but other than that, not much.
Oh my God, Mariana, thank you so much. I think they needed to hear it from you, okay? Now look, here's what I want y'all to understand. Racism is worldwide. There's always gonna be racism. But this particular situation, even if dude was racist as can be, all she had to do was take her dog to the back of the train and do what she had to do. Nobody wanted to smell your stinking dog for 6 hours. That was the problem. And then you had the nerve to pop off in this man's face. And like Mariana tells you, you don't know if he was on drugs. You don't know if he was having a bad day. You don't know if he was in pain. You don't know what this dude's problem was. But again, you're in somebody else's country. You're a guest in their country. That's not your country. Respect these people. Just like we want people to respect our country, we have to respect their country. Thank you so much, Mariana. I'm going to get back to the broadcast. Thank you so much. I know you have a beautiful country over there. Beautiful, very historic. And I appreciate what you come and courage coming in. Thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. And I know that y'all are very Orthodox Christians over there. So we're going to send y'all to Jesus. Praise God.
She's on the main line. Tell her what you want. Oh, she's on the main line. Tell her what you want. She's on the main line. Tell her what you want. Call him up and tell her what you want. Oh, call him up, call him up. Tell him what you want. Call him up, tell him what you want. Call him up, tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want. Oh, she just said if you go, I'll go with you. Open up your mouth, I'll speak for you. Lord, if I go, tell me what to say. They won't believe in me. Oh, they won't believe in the Father. They won't believe in the Son. Oh, they won't believe in the Holy Ghost. They won't believe in me.
Praise God. Hallelujah. Somebody type praise Moses in the chat room. Praise Moses. So anyway, you heard it from that lovely young lady, Miss Mariana. But anyway, let's go back to the video. So this lovely lady who was chased, that she was chased through the train with bats and tasers in a foreign country. That's what she said. That's y'all heard her. I heard her too. Y'all heard her. And I'm trying not to laugh, but this is terrible. You see what I'm saying? She acted like she was totally innocent, minding her own business. And after listening to Mariana, and hearing even her side, hearing even the lady's side of the story, I don't know. I'm going to call cap on that. You see what I'm saying? She was mad because she got sent to the back of the train with her dog. And according to Mariana, that's the rules. And even if you got a little dog, you heard what Mariana said, even if you got a little dog, everybody has to agree that you can have your dog in there. Otherwise, you got to go. You see what I'm saying? She's trying to make us feel like she was sent to the back of the train. You heard what Mary, that was jokes. She said, Mary, like Rosa Parks. They study our history. She says, it's not no Rosa Parks situation. You had that damn dog. Don't nobody want to sit up with you and that stinking dog for 6 hours. You see what I mean? And then the other thing, she probably running her mouth at this man, okay? And it didn't go well, okay? She didn't go what she was told. And instead of doing what she was told, she tried to seek the security of the little LBGT dude, the little rainbow dude. But here's my question. Why you ain't fight them? Ma'am, why you ain't fight? Remember, y'all strong, independent, and don't need a man. Huh? You said you could do whatever a man do. Huh? That's why you don't need a man. You can do whatever you do. See, the thing is, a lot of these modern women, they want privileges that come with being a man, but then they want to run and hide behind some man when the danger happens, when it's time to man up. Why you tell them, I wish you would hit me? I'm going to call the police. Why you ain't say that? Huh? Why you ain't tell them no man should ever hit a woman? Why you ain't say that? Because none of that weak ass shit works over there, overseas, boo. Stay over there and keep arguing with strangers. I want you to, matter of fact, we need to charter some flights to Dubai. Okay, and now we're gonna send them to Bulgaria. We're gonna send y'all over there and let y'all argue with men over there. That's what you need to do. Here's what you got to understand. Eastern Europe is where shit. Ukraine, Prague, Czechoslovakia, Georgia. In general, they're xenophobic. They don't necessarily gravitate to foreigners like that. And it doesn't matter if you're white or not. You heard what Mariana said. They literally got the Nzs over there. Like the Germans with the things on their arms. I'm not trying to get demonetized. They got the Nzs over there. Okay? In Czechoslovakia, they wave Confederate flags, some of them, because the swastika is illegal over there under EU law. And you got your black behind over there. You better be careful. You better be humble. Remember what happened to Bakari Henderson? He got hemmed up in Greece a few years back. Well, Bulgaria, they have organized crime over there. This is not me saying it. Look at the CIA fact book. Somebody type CIA in the chat room. Look at the CIA fact book. Bulgaria is a cesspool for organized crime. You don't know who you're running across. You got all these people on social media, these influencers, these travel influencers on social media, pretending like these events don't happen, right? And they trying to get you excited. They trying to get their little YouTube money up. Got you thinking you can go somewhere and be hunky-dory. Hell, all these people going down to Mexico, Tulum and whatnot. Mexico has widespread kidnappings of American citizens. That's in the CIA fact book. And you moving yourself down there. You telling people to move down there, putting you at risk and putting everybody else at risk. Bulgaria and many of those Eastern countries, they're not necessarily that great to black people either. Hell, basic high school social studies book would help you understand better the history of Eastern Europe. It's really not a place for black people. Look at the Roma gypsies. They were enslaved for 500 years in Bulgaria and all over Eastern Europe. The anti-blackness in Eastern Europe, it runs deep. They unalive Africans who go to school and work over there. Hell, I recently heard there was 5 black women who rejected some Bulgarians dudes, and they was talking back, and they all ended up in the hospital. The Roma people, the Sinti people, are heavily despised and looked down upon by many Bulgarians. And most of them are barely darker than the Bulgarian. The Roma people, for you guys who don't know, they're an Indo-Aryan ethnic group, and they're traditionally nomadic. They're like gypsies, right? Okay, and if you analyze their language, linguistically speaking and genetically speaking, the Romani people, the Romas, originated in the Indian subcontinent. The Sinti people are a subgroup of the Romani people. Now, they can be found in Germany and other parts of Central Europe. But for the most part, they are darker, and they get that work over there. You see what I'm saying? What made these lovely ladies feel as though they could go to rural Bulgaria, right? Well, you got, this is not the big city. You heard what Mariani said. This is not the big city. This ain't no cosmopolitan place. You taking your black behind over there, and you don't think these Bulgarians in those rural areas share the same sentiments about you that they do the Roma people? Huh? Here's the other thing I want you to understand. She noted that she was in Sofia in Bulgaria. Huh? They got black military servicemen over there. They got 4 bases over there. They got 4 military bases in Bulgaria. So they used to seeing black people over there. She's saying this has all happened because racism, but here's my thing. We don't hear that. We don't hear those issues like that from these black men and women who over there, who those soldiers. We rarely even hear about these issues. So I find it hard to believe it's just you. I'm just saying. I'm going to share this with you so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I want you to see the map. You got all these military bases here in the heart of Bulgaria. This is Sofia. This is where she was at, military base. Let me know if y'all can see it. Can y'all see it? It's blinking in and out. Let me try this again. You getting that? You learning something? Are you learning something? Did you know we had 4 American military bases over there? Here they go. This is the Black Sea. Right here on the other side of that is Russia. Turkey is over here somewhere. Novosolo, Ayotos, Bismarck, Graf. I can't even say that word. But all of these are military. They got black people in there. They see black people over there. They see black GIs. They don't have problems over there. So this can't just be racial. It's your dog. Okay? Bulgaria has some beautiful places in the country, but it's not safe for women traveling alone. Every Western European woman knows that. Eastern European women know that. And apparently they don't like dogs in cars, in trains in Bulgaria. All of this drama over a dog. Not to mention you a foreigner and you black. What's the problem? They don't want to be in some confined place with your nasty ass dog. So a lot of black women in America think they can bring that attitude to their country. Again, we got some good, decent black American women who know how to travel, who know how to respect people, who know how to get down. And then you got idiots like this who make it hard for everybody. You go over there, you feel like you could talk to other men in those countries, just like you talk to American men. Well, you black American will be in for a rude awakening, and it might be jail time or something worse. You need to let that hostile attitude go or stop going over there. Dumbass broad should have done a research. When you're traveling in other countries, you need to shut up and smile. Even Mariana said that. Her daddy told her, you don't talk to a man like that because you don't know what the repercussions going to be. Somebody type repercussions in the chat room. Somebody type last word in the chat room. Because they always got to have the last word. And sometimes that last word get you flamed up. That young lady came over here and told us that Bulgaria, the whole country of Bulgaria, is giving America the side eye because they see what we have to do. They don't want what we got over there. And the vast majority of men around the world don't take kindly to loudmouth women with attitudes. Y'all need to keep in mind that the world does not operate like America. Why are you teaching in Bulgaria? Ukraine, Romania, Bulgaria, these Eastern European countries are not friendly to you. The damn guard told you to take your dog to the back. You're already in a hostile environment, but you didn't take the advice. You decided to get into an argument with a man about that big ass German Shepherd that nobody wanted to be around. It probably stank. Your dog probably stank. You are similar to that black woman in Dubai who got jailed for arguing with that man. You can't do those things in traditional patriarchal societies. The minute that man said, I'm a real man from Bulgaria, it was you needed to shut up and walk away. I ain't saying you deserve to get spit on. I ain't saying you deserve to get your ass whooped and chased. But you probably had it coming. It's true. You probably had it coming. Any woman who travels to these European countries, black women, you damn near got a death wish. This wouldn't have happened to you if you was in Africa or the Caribbean. Now, I wonder if she's going to be foolish enough, or any of the rest of y'all going to be foolish enough to go to Europe. Talking shit and taking risks. If you don't have a man, stay your butt out of Europe. Women in general, and you damn sure shouldn't be traveling alone. If the only person you can call to have your back is your mama and random strangers at the embassy, you don't need to be traveling nowhere. And if you do travel with a man. All of these countries are patriarchal. You got to be smart. You got to be safe. We're going to take a quick break and be right back, man. Y'all hit the #1 button. We're going to go back to Jesus. Y'all need all the Jesus y'all can get tonight. We'll be back. All right, welcome back to the broadcast. We're hour in. Y'all know what y'all need to do. I'm going to send y'all back to be with Jesus. You know what you need to do. I'm gonna keep this conversation going, but y'all know what y'all need to do. So make sure you do what to do. Pay me for my time. Nevertheless, I want to talk to you black women for a minute, because some of y'all need a rude, you need a wake up call. You think because a few white men like you can take your black behind anywhere you want to go? Remember who you are. Remember where you came from. Remember who you are and remember where you came from. Now, the truth is, let's keep it 100. I'm going to get nasty. Somebody's not going to like this. Bed wenches never learn. Where your zaddy at now? I saw the little lady. If y'all looked on that broadcast, you see her hemmed up with some little white dude. Did y'all see that? Black women are always somewhere they don't belong. Truth is, many of these black women are looking for some white man. They're trying to divest. They're trying to do what the passport bros do. Somebody type passport bros in the chat room. But now you know you can't do what the passport bros do. A lot of them white men see you as animals. They'll sexually abuse you. Tell me I'm lying. Now, this same broad to be blaming black men. Why? For calling her out, for going over there in the first damn place, for having that stinking ass dog on the damn train. Why are so many black people obsessed with visiting and living in these Eastern European countries? Why? Because you don't like black people. Y'all letting these damn lifestyle videos and living abroad get you killed. You could have took your black ass to Africa or the Caribbean, South America somewhere. You wanted to go teach in Bulgaria. But back to this video. Why didn't you call the police after the man spit on you? Why'd you hit him with the mace? Why'd you take matters in your own hands? Now, what if those men had done you in? I'm sure they would have got away. You got to remember, foreigners stick together. What you did was not very smart. You shouldn't have took your black behind into that cabin with that dog. You should have went to the back. You're hard-headed. Somebody type hard-headed in the chat room. If you went to the back of the train as instructed, none of this wouldn't happen. Those are the rules. But once again, we got a black American entitled female shooting her mouth off, and basically you got socked in it. Now you want to play the victim role. You want to play the race card. You thinking that sassy mouth of yours won't get you touched. See, she wasn't scared when she was being sassy because she thought it would be like being in the USA and some simp or white knight would come along and rescue her. What she don't realize is broads get their ass beat overseas. Even the ones that live there. You heard what Mariana said, our visitor from Bulgaria, straight from the heart. That's why they so cooperative. That's why they so feminine. That's why many of those women are happy to see black American men come over there. Hell, men of all colors from the United States. Because we're so easy to get along with. We're so easy to please. I told you, men, all the time. Black men especially, you're some of the nicest men on the planet. I tell y'all all the time. These dudes is whooping ass every day overseas. And you got these black chicks complaining about what black men do. Take your ass to Bulgaria. Go over go take your ass to Dubai. Go deal with some of them men over there. Since you got so many complaints about black men, take your ass over there. They'll whoop your ass from one side of the street to the other and won't nobody do nothing about it. See, old girl only got scared when she realized nobody's going to help her. See, if she had been trained right and she had been scared from the beginning, standing up against a man, none of this wouldn't have happened. The situation wouldn't have escalated. She would have shut her mouth and backed down like normal women do. See, you can do that here in the United States. A lot of women, especially black women, don't understand what a threat is. And y'all mouths get you in trouble. You talking crazy to someone? Again, that just happened to that sassy mouth broad in Dubai. They got her locked up. This one is lucky that they putting her out the country instead of keeping her locked up. You think you could talk sassy to people? You think being sassy your whole life is cute? Now you understand the threat that you're putting yourself off in sassing these grown men. Don't come back to America talking crazy either. Hopefully you learn your lesson. Nevertheless, we are an hour and 22 minutes into this thing, man. Y'all need to do what you got to do. I need 10 more super chats before I come back and continue this conversation. Y'all make it do what it do. Until you pay me for my time, y'all gonna be with Jesus. Hallelujah. only need 5 more super chats and I'll be back. But until then, I'm gonna let y'all go on back in and be with Jesus. Praise God.
Under the blood, me say me under the blood. Jesus cover me under the blood. Under the blood, me say me under the blood. Jesus, you can cover me under the blood. In the morning when me wake up, and the blood of Jesus me take up. And when me feel like me, I go break up. Put the blood on me face just like a makeup. In the morning when me wake up, and the blood of Jesus me take up. And when me feel like me heart break up, put the blood on me face just like a makeup. Under the blood, under the blood, Jesus cover me. Jesus, you can cover me. Under the blood, me say me. Under the blood, me.
On super chats, y'all gotta pay me for my time. I'm not playing with y'all, man. Pay me for my time. I'll be back when I get 4 more super chats. Show me appreciate what I'm doing.
Under the blood, me say me under the blood. Jesus cover me under the blood. Under the blood, me say me under the blood. Jesus, you can cover me under the blood. In the morning when me wake up, and the blood of Jesus me take up. And when me feel like me, I go break up. Put the blood on me face just like a makeup. In the morning when me wake up, and the blood of Jesus me take up. And when me feel like me heart break up, put the blood on me face just like a makeup. Under the blood, under the blood, Jesus cover me. Jesus, you can cover me. Under the blood, me say me.
Prism has come to me with something, so everybody please listen. She's going to be talking at length, but this is extremely important, I feel. So with that said, Prism, you have the floor.
Hey everybody. I don't know if everybody's aware of what's going on in YouTube. Are you aware? If you are aware of the situation with the attorney, can you please put a 1 in the chat, please?
Everybody put a 1 in the chat if you know what person we're talking about. If you don't, basically we have a lawyer who's positioning himself to be the next Kevin Samuels, but Kevin Samuels, while people would make fun of him and stuff, wasn't that dangerous. This guy, if he has his way, is going to be. This guy's a problem, and it's something that needs to be addressed.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. You're all a...
Yeah, welcome back to the broadcast. We up in here, baby. We're doing it big. Shout out to all the super chats and everybody, man. Y'all, I appreciate y'all when y'all show me y'all appreciate me. Pay me for my time. I make a lot of money doing what I do in the daytime. I don't do this for money, but I damn sure want to be paid for my time. And that's the best way y'all can do it. Nevertheless, brothers, you are free. It's not us, it's them. Don't feel guilty about leaving now. No. I've been telling you for years now, black men are nice. You're too damn nice. Hell, I got a t-shirt telling you you're too damn nice. You are docile. You have spoiled these modern American black women into thinking they can go overseas and backtalk these foreign men. And these lovely ladies are going to end up smacked around and disappeared. Somebody type disappeared in the chat room. Somebody type shut your mouth in the chat room. Now, see, the thing is, and I want you to hear me, brothers. I want you to hear me out on this. You're too nice. You're too docile. Other men are not like that. You're not the problem. The reason you know you're not the problem is because when these lovely ladies go overseas, you see what happens to them. That's the lesson you need to learn. I don't really care what happens to them like that. I just want you to know that you are not the problem in the relationship dynamic between black American men and black American women. They're the problem because they're having the same issue overseas with these men who don't know them as they have with the men who they grew up with. Black men have become docile. Why? What does I mean by docile? It's not a put down. It's like whatever. It's like that little puppy or kitten that you just move them, they ain't gonna fight back. That's us. Because we don't have the time and don't want to suffer the consequences of trying to put these hard-headed, thick-necked broads back in their place. We just gonna let them run amok because ain't nobody got the time and energy for that. We not pimps. We ain't about to be checking these hoes on the avenue. Black men are simply tired of that. We are retired from doing that. Since the 1970s, the government has shut black men down from being leaders on the streets and leaders in the homes. Black women have been empowered and told they can call the cops. And the cops would gladly come pick a black man up. What's the first thing that woman did? Got on the phone and called the cops, then called her mama. That's the blueprint that's implanted in their mind to do. Back in the day, it was unheard of for a black woman to call the police on her man. Now it's the black woman's first line of defense. Call the police, play victim. These black women have chosen to be rebellious. The systems that have put them in place punishes black men for trying to correct them, trying to correct their bad behavior. Look at what they do on here on the internet. All I'm saying is stop doing degenerate shit. Stop twerking on tables at the brunch. Stop fighting in the airport. Stop fighting in the streets. And look at all the pushback I get. Look, ladies, black women say stuff like you can't handle a black woman. Black men are tired of trying to handle you. They're tired of it. Matter of fact, they don't want to handle any other women. They don't want to handle nobody. This is why they're not interested. This is why they're checking out. This is why they're going overseas. Black men have stood down because when we try to check you, when we try to put you in place, you want to cancel us. You want to call the police on us. You want to put our life on the line, our livelihood. And this is why some men left you. Y'all boys and girls want to know why your daddy left your mama, despite what she say. You know why he left? Because he was tired of dealing with her. You know why he cheated on your mama? Because that side chick didn't have all that mouth that your mama had. You know why he left your mama for that other woman who ain't as good looking as your mama? Because she stayed silent. And the younger group of black men learned from those older group of black men. So we gave birth to a group of silent young men in the next generation. They ain't say nothing. They ain't doing nothing because they tired and they exhausted of handling you. Or they got their freedom took because they did something crazy. Because you pushed and provoked them, and the rest of us saw that. And we ain't going out like that. We don't care about you like that. We don't love you like that. So we docile. We don't say nothing. Because we don't want to go to jail or die behind your raggedy behind. This is why that old uncle, you know that old uncle? You go over there, listen up. You know that old uncle you had, wouldn't say nothing, stayed at work. So he keep from coming home. Your daddy too, stayed at work, rather work late. So when he get home, he can miss that mouth and that attitude that your mama or auntie provided. That's why he did what he did. It wasn't that he didn't love you. He didn't want to hear that loudmouth vixen that was in his house that he had to marry. There wasn't nothing else available. Now, fast forward to 2023, black men are getting passports. 51% of black men aren't married and don't have children. 63% of black men have hit the middle class. So we got money and time and freedom. We got options. We don't have to put up with them older fellas used to have to deal with. We ain't arguing with your black ass no more. They ain't saying nothing. They not compromising. They not begging. They just catching flights. There's too much energy and effort to put forward to dealing with some woman who ain't gonna change. Black American women bought into the system. You bought that white lie. Black men died in the community before they thought about dating outside the race. White men have always had access to black women in this country. Y'all always been messing around with them white folks and anybody else. That wasn't what black men did. Black men wasn't running around with white women. Up until recently. White men always had access to black women. We stayed loyal a long time, but damn, how much is a brother supposed to take? They married you and they stayed miserable their whole life. That old uncle, he used to sit in the corner, you know who I'm talking about, didn't say nothing, just withered away. If only people knew how miserable and lonely he was at the cookout. While everybody listened to that loudmouth, masculine auntie that had to be the center of attention. It's not those men's fault for not standing up, brothers. It's not their fault. They knew they had no power to stand up. So they sat down. They sat down so we could stand up and catch flights. You're a free man. You can exercise your options. They couldn't. White man wield the power structure in all areas in these countries, in these dominant countries, these white dominant countries. And the black woman knows that. The black man knows that the black woman gonna call the cops on him or get him punished, show up to his job, get him fired, take his kids from him. So black men have become docile and complicit in this degenerate behavior. They don't want to say nothing. A lot of them were raised in these single-parent households led by these black women. And some of these brothers even endorse this degenerate behavior because they don't know no better. That's why both the hood chicks and educated Keisha never stop. Because she got the backing of the black man, simp, son, husband, and the power structure. All done what? To demoralize the black man who stands up for himself. The black man with dignity, trying to break you down. It's all a plan. Every conqueror, every colonizer, every continent knows one thing. You want to be successful? Lure that woman away from that man. Lure her away from that man. Destroy that family. That nation will never rise. And we got the weakest women in the world. And the weak woman is going to come. And guess what she did? She came and she accepted the little trinkets that the white man had to offer. So she's been empowered up and above over the black man. They get better jobs, you know, affirmative action, welfare, EBT, food stamps. Hell, they even give you the kids so you can get child support. Black women that gave up their old school values for a new deal. What do I mean? Somebody type new big deal in the chat room. You're going to learn something tonight. Somebody type new deal in the chat room. You're going to learn something tonight. The government did this, not the black man. LBJ. Lyndon Baines Johnson was a Democratic president. He was a vice president for Robert F. Kennedy or John F. Kennedy. Got shot and killed. Y'all know. And so what did LBJ do? He said, well, this shit. We're going to bribe these black women to reject. We're going to bribe these black women. We're going to what? New deal. We're going to have her reject the black man and the black family. Guess what? They bought them cheap for pennies by giving them free housing and money and protection from that big bad black man. Nothing that could pass down to the next generation. We're not talking about generational wealth. No, they gave them welfare. You can't pass that down. You can't pass a Section 8 house down. You can't pass a affirmative action job down. No. Instead of empowering black men to fill those roles, which we deserve, because we fought in all the wars and died and helped build this country, they gave them to black women. They took all those government jobs. And why did they do it? They did it in an attempt to escape the need to cooperate with the black man and be part of the black family. It's obvious. And what did black men do? Listen to the love songs. Listen to all them love songs in the 70s and 80s, 60s. In desperation, what do? We catered to them emotionally. Williams. Oh, baby. All them damn whining ass songs. Look at the time period. Oh, baby. All that. Catered to all their whims. But the black woman she had a new champion, Uncle Sam. He didn't care about the family or the family stability or none of that. Supported them everywhere they could. Court systems upheld that position even to today. A man's children are legally not his unless you're married, and then she can still take half of that and your kids and your money. Black American men didn't create feminism. But black American women fell for a hook, line, and sinker. They fell for the lies. They were misled. They enjoyed it, though. And most of them going to have to learn the hard way. See, ladies, you're facing your well-deserved reckoning, which is long overdue. And let me tell you a secret. The whole world is looking. You heard what our guest said earlier. They see you. They see what you do to your men. No race of men or women, but no race of men is going to let women talk and disrespect them like American black women do. And if black men could help it, we wouldn't do it, but we've been conditioned not to because we know about the repercussions. You heard that? The young lady said repercussions. A woman would be severely punished in those countries. And it looks like you black women are finding out what those other women had to deal with. Let them go on over there and run their mouths. Those men in those other countries, they're going to go on over there and play with Zaddy. Go play with foreign Zaddy. They're going to get rid of you one way or the other. Ratchet is not a global concept, ladies. These degenerate, foul-mouthed black women honestly don't believe people don't watch their behaviors worldwide, and they do. when you post that stuff on social media religiously, doing it for clout, everybody watching. You saw what that young lady said? She saw what happened in Italy. She heard about what happened in today over in Bulgaria, in her country. She saw what happened in Dubai. She been looking at y'all. The world is looking at this degenerate behavior. So by the time you get over there, they know who you are. I'm so happy for this. The world can see what black men in the black community have been dealing with for decades, if not generations. In Bulgaria, in those countries, they see what the West has come to, and they don't want it, they don't need it. But this is a result of the sisterhood. You good black women, I'm gonna talk to you again. I've been talking to y'all a lot lately. Don't say I don't love you, I'm talking to you. You so-called good black women, you better trade in your sisterhood cards. You better get them cards up. You better start distinguishing yourself. You better say, I'm out of this union. Can't do it. Got to get out of here. Because they think you're like that too. Everybody has seen that bad behavior, and they're judging all black women based on the actions of these degenerate black women that are exhibiting. They're making you look bad. They can't tell the difference. They already think you degenerates before you step foot off the plane onto their soil. And once they see how you react in real time, it's a wrap. You're going to find out the hard way. But I know one thing, you're going to think twice about raising your voice at these foreign men. They're not having it. They're going to put you in your place. Fellas, get your popcorn. Whether you in Alabama or goddamn Compton, New York, this is the gift that keeps on giving. This is our big I told you so. Some of you ladies, you keep opening that mouth, you're going to end up buried in the desert somewhere. You foreign men could care less about your disrespectful behind. Hell, that American behavior is bad enough in America. But outside, it can be dangerous for your health. You think you're going to go overseas and recreate Pookie and Ray Ray with Hamid and Mustafa? Shit. And Mikael? Look, boo, welcome to the world of consequences for your actions. You're going to go over there and get disappeared. And guess what? Them genes that created Pookie and Ray Ray, they're going to be removed from the dating pool. So we ain't going to have no more Pookie and Ray Rays or Tyrones. Y'all keep doing, you keep on playing. We can't humble them, but the world going to tumble them. Bars. Let me say that again. We can't humble them, but the world is going to tumble them. And some of you ladies are too stupid to see it. You won't even try and check these other ladies' behavior. You just enable it. You just co-sign with it. It's so dangerous and silly. Now, here's the funny thing, and I hate to say that. How many of y'all didn't even believe this girl when she popped up? How many of y'all didn't believe what she was saying when she popped up? How many of y'all didn't believe? I didn't believe it at first. Why? Because you got women over here in Alabama lying about getting human trafficked. That's why. The boy that cried wolf or the girl that cried wolf. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. I need 9 more super chats. I want to keep this conversation going, and I'm going to keep it going. But y'all got to pay me for my time. I got a lot to say on this. I need 9 super chats, and I'll be back. Go with me. Welcome back. We need one more super chat, but I got something to say about this lady over in Alabama. Somebody type lying ass in the chat room. Somebody type lying ass in the chat room. Okay? Give me one more super chat, but I want to, it's hard to even believe you got these women over here in Dubai and in Italy and Bulgaria telling about these fantastic stories that happened to them. And it's hard for me to believe them. Why? Because just the other day, you got some broad talking about she got kidnapped in Alabama, right? She leaves her weave and her cell phone in the car with the door wide open, but she went and got some snacks at Target for the trip. Talking about she saw a little white baby in a diaper and a t-shirt on the side of the road. This is what I'm saying. What are they doing? I mean, what are you doing? And here's the thing. I bet not hear one Black American woman supporting her, because that's what I mean. Separate yourself from that. You shun that behavior. But a lot of these women got excited because Zaddy showed up and was concerned. The white man put her all on the news. I was concerned about her. Turned out she a goddamn liar. And Zaddy ain't happy with your asses neither. I mean, you've turned into professional victims. Everything is a victim. I'm a victim. Broad talking shit to somebody in overseas at the rental car place in Dubai, but you're the victim. You wrecked these people's car, but you're the victim. This other one, you purposely violated the rules and ordered food at this hotel in Italy, but you're the victim when they get the whooping on you. The same chick right here in Bulgaria, you bring the dog in, they tell you to take you and that stinking ass dog to the back, and you violate the rules, but you still the victim. All of them fled racism. You broke the rules. You disrespected some foreign man in the train in his country. Then you want to scream it's a racial issue. Yeah, racism is everywhere. It ain't going nowhere. It's always going to be there. But babe, you are out of order. Let me tell you something. We had the little lady, Miriam, who came in here early. Miriana, who came here early. Imagine if Miriana walked her ass through the Bronx at 2:15 a.m. in the morning on a Friday night. What would happen if Miriam, a Bulgarian woman, walked through the Bronx, New York at 2:15 Friday night or Saturday morning? What would happen? If she got her ass whooped, will we say that was racism? Where my people from? Where my people from the boogie down at? You walk your ass through the Bronx at 2:15 a.m. and you get robbed and beat up and smacked around. That's your ass. That's not racism. That's you being stupid. You not understanding where you are. And that's what happened to the old girl in Bulgaria. You didn't know where you are. You can't talk to men like that. And a lot of you men here in America, a lot of you brothers, you keep reinforcing this combative nature in our women. You keep gassing them up to get them effed up. And then the simps, these PhD panderers, and these social media simps expect black men to then come out and defend them when they get in trouble for breaking rules. These panda simps are a problem. They're a goddamn problem. Now, I will say this. Patrice O'Neal said it. It's men's fault when our women are out of line. KS quoted it. Check your woman. Hold them accountable. Don't make excuses for them. That's what I'm trying to do here. To save these broads. To really just to save the good women. Separate yourself from them. You don't want me chastising you like I chastise them. Say, oh, no, not me, Mr. Spurling. I'm not like that. I'm a decent woman. I carry myself like a lady. You don't see me around here twerking and on tables and being disrespectful and loud mouthing people in public. Oh no, that's not me. Separate yourself. Don't dress like them. Don't speak like them. Don't speak with them. I don't care if it's your mama, sister, whoever it is. Separate yourself from them. Don't go the places they go. Don't laugh at the jokes they laugh at. Don't co-sign with them. Separate yourself in any way possible. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you act. I'm talking to the good, decent women. And you come over here with me and the men like me, and you help me hold them accountable so you don't get caught up in that. See, I've always held women accountable for their BS. But I'm only one of few black men who do that. Most black men are terrified of correcting black women. Somebody type terrified in the chat room. They scared to death. I take pride in it. But see, you got to be prepared to deal with the repercussions. They're going to say he hates black women, aren't they? Somebody type that in the chat room. When you hold black women accountable, he hates black women. When black women hold black women accountable, what do they call you? Pick-me's. Ain't that what they call you, lady? They call you pick-me's when you hold them accountable? Yes, they do. They say you're a pick-me. They say you black male identified. Ain't that what they say? For men, they call you abusive. He's abusive. You married to a woman, you got a girlfriend, you telling her not to go out scantily clad. He's emotionally abusive. He controlling. Ain't that what they say? Somebody type, he's controlling in the chat room. He's controlling in the chat room because he don't want you going out there looking like a whore. You trying to discipline your daughter. Look at Boosie's daughter. Ungrateful little wrench. Cussing her father out like that. I told y'all a year ago, it's like that now. Not just your mama and your wife. Your own daughters is cussing you out. You black men get no respect. And when you try to put them in their place, you're abusive, you're controlling. That's what they say. You discipline your children, they call you a child abuser. You're abusing your children. You try to put your woman in place, she called the government on you. Why? Because like men, they want to win a fight. That's why the brothers say it ain't worth it. Black men they don't see you as worth. You're not worth getting beat up or locked up or shot up. They're not doing it. But that's all right. You're going to learn. You're going to learn. They learning right now. They are learning right now, ain't they? Nevertheless, we done went overtime tonight. We already 2 hours in. And I don't want to hold y'all up. I done said everything I needed to say. Nevertheless, I love you all. I appreciate y'all. You good women, listen to me. I want you to hear me close. Listen to me. You need to separate yourself from these degenerate women. These loudmouth, degenerate women are making all black women look bad. And it's not just the black American women making other black American women look bad. They're making all black women around the world look bad. That's that group of degenerate women here in the United States that'll do anything and say anything. They got all black women looking bad, whether you're in Africa or the Caribbean or South America. All of y'all need to distinguish yourself from these women. These women, they don't belong to us. They belong to their father, Lucifer. These women are evil. These women are out of control. These women are chaos. Y'all remember that. It's not just a fight against physical. It's a spiritual fight going on. Keep that in mind. Nevertheless, y'all make sure y'all click on this link at the top. It's pinned to the top. Y'all go check out Co-Parenting with the Spurlings. It's a good show. Again, you don't have to like me. You can hate watch me all you want to. But on my broadcasts and my shows, I make black people look good. Not just my ex-wife, not just myself. I make black people look good. That young woman, you heard what she said. I'm the only black lawyer she's ever talked to from America. So it's not just a bunch of Pookie and Ray Rays and dudes with baseball hats on and whatnot. I make us look good, whether you like it or not, whether you hate me or not. Hate me all you want to, as I say. Hate me all you want to, but I make black people look good. Even in my advocacy for black men, having somebody out there advocating on behalf of black men makes us look good. Nevertheless, y'all think about that. This is Uncle D. Like I always say at this time, baby, I love y'all, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for everything y'all do for me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, for my family, all the support y'all show me and my family, my sons. I appreciate that. I'm going to continue doing what I'm going to do, being a good father, a good man, a good citizen, a good friend. And I'm going to keep sending this life to these black men. I'm going to keep speaking life into these brothers. Brothers, it's not our fault. It's not us. It's them. And on top of that, and the reason they the way they are is because the system has allowed them to do that. And the reason you can't do nothing about it, because if you do, you get punished. So you just simply weighing the odds, saying it ain't worth it. I wash my hands. I'm done. Nevertheless, this is Uncle D. I hope y'all appreciate this broadcast. You ladies better smarten up and shut y'all mouths when y'all overseas, or there's somebody gonna put something in it. God bless you. I'm out.